Jack Webb, the visionary architect behind television institutions like Dragnet, Adam 12, and Emergency, ran his creative empire with the precision of a drill sergeant and the rigid focus of a technical manual. His on-screen persona as Sergeant Joe Friday was not merely an act. It was the embodiment of his entire professional philosophy. No wasted words, just the facts. This famously severe demeanor made Webb a demanding producer, leading many to fear his disapproval. Yet, beneath the granite exterior was a profound, almost reverent respect for a select few performers, actors and creative partners who met and even exceeded his impossible standards of discipline, loyalty, and technical perfection. While his list of those he hated often focused on those he found unprofessional or undisciplined, the actors he truly loved were those who served as the unwavering pillars of his TV factory, and there are 5 who stand above all others. The first and arguably most important figure in this inner circle of admiration was Harry Morgan, who stepped into the role of Detective Bill Gannon on the revamped Dragnet series in 1967. Morgan's genius, in Webb's eyes, was his ability to be the perfect counterweight to Friday's relentless severity. Morgan was a consummate professional, a veteran character actor who brought warmth, a necessary touch of humanity, and a dry, perfectly timed humor to the rigid Dragnet script. Webb didn't just appreciate Morgan, he relied on him. Morgan was famously prepared, never requiring retakes, and could deliver Webb's dense, technical dialogue with an authentic, conversational ease that made the otherwise sterile dialogue palatable to a mass audience. Webb loved his absolute dependability, knowing that Morgan would always nail the emotional beat or the comedic pause exactly as required, essentially providing the emotional realism that Webb himself, as Friday, was unwilling to show. Their on-screen partnership defined the final, hugely successful era of Dragnet, cemented by their mutual professional respect. Second on Webb's list of beloved actors is Robert Conrad, a star known more for his charismatic action roles in the Wild Wild West than for Webb's austere procedural dramas. Webb's admiration for Conrad stemmed not from style, but from sheer, uncompromising work ethic. Webb first worked with Conrad on the serious, fact-based war film, PT-109. Webb was captivated by Conrad's relentless commitment. He trained like a real soldier, embraced the most physically demanding scenes, and never once complained about the grueling schedule or the complex logistics. For Webb, who prided himself on efficiency and discipline, Conrad was a kindred spirit, a professional who understood that success was a matter of preparation and dedication, not ego. Conrad's physical courage, always performing his own dangerous stunts to save the studio time and money, earned Webb's deep respect. Webb knew that while Conrad was a huge star, he was also the ultimate professional soldier who put the mission of the production above his personal comfort. The third actor to earn Webb's rare, personal affection was Kent McCord, the handsome and earnest face of Officer Jim Reed on Adam 12. McCord was essentially a Webb protégé, having been discovered working as a studio messenger before Webb recognized his potential. Webb saw in McCord the clean-cut sincerity, reliability, and emotional malleability needed to anchor a believable procedural drama focused on the life of beat cops. Webb didn't just cast McCord, he took him under his wing, mentoring him intensively in the technical precision and stoic performance style required for his series. What Webb truly cherished about McCord was his unwavering loyalty and his absolute willingness to submit to the producer's vision. McCord never challenged the script, never demanded more star treatment, and always delivered the dedicated, professional image Webb wanted for law enforcement. McCord's career was a direct creation of Webb's trust, symbolizing the success that could be achieved through pure dedication and following direction. Fourth is the monumental figure of Clint Eastwood, whom Webb admired less as a peer actor and more as an eventual filmmaker and producer who shared his philosophy of tight, efficient, and profitable production. While their interactions were relatively limited in scope, Webb watched Eastwood transition from Western television star to the director and star of major motion pictures. Webb, the master of the low-budget, high-return TV series, held immense professional admiration for Eastwood's disciplined approach to filmmaking, his adherence to tight schedules, his ability to keep budgets under control, and his focused, minimalist style. Webb recognized in Eastwood a fellow autocrat, a man who ran his set with total control and demanded the highest performance without wasting a single second or dollar. Webb saw Eastwood as one of the very few Hollywood figures who truly understood that show business was a business first, earning a deep professional respect, bordering on love, from the notoriously critical producer. Finally, the fifth key figure in Webb's professional affections was his ex-wife, the beautiful and talented singer and actress Julie London. Though their marriage ended early in his career, Webb's respect for her talent was so profound that he ensured she remained a critical part of his professional universe. He cast London as Nurse Dixie McCall on Emergency, a major hit series of the 1970s. This choice speaks volumes about Webb's trust. He would never have allowed personal history to cloud his judgment on a project of that scale unless her professionalism and talent were absolutely unimpeachable. Webb deeply admired her iconic, smoky voice, her effortless screen presence, and, crucially, her unwavering commitment to the role and the technical demands of the medical procedural. By continually providing London with a platform, Webb demonstrated a rare and powerful combination of professional loyalty and artistic respect that entirely transcended the failure of their personal relationship. London was the professional constant in his life, proving that her discipline and ability were enough to maintain an unbreakable working bond with the industry's most demanding boss. These five individuals, Morgan, Conrad, McCord, Eastwood, and London, were the disciplined anchors of Jack Webb's creative world, proving that excellence, loyalty, and relentless professionalism were the only currency that mattered to the man who brought the stark reality of law enforcement to American living rooms. Jack Webb's true loves. So, there you have it. The select few who managed to pierce the steely professionalism of Jack Webb and earn his deepest respect and affection. It wasn't about glamour or grandstanding. It was about the simple, uncompromising commitment to the work. When we look back at Webb's demanding empire, we see that the true metric of his regard was dependability. He wasn't interested in actors who were difficult or who viewed themselves as bigger than the final product. He was committed to the craft, and the actors he truly loved were those who shared that exact, unwavering dedication. Harry Morgan was his emotional and professional rock, providing the perfect counterweight of humanity without ever compromising the dragnet schedule. Robert Conrad earned Webb's esteem through sheer, relentless physical labor and a shared commitment to efficiency that went far beyond mere acting. Kent McCord was the ultimate expression of Webb's mentorship, embodying the sincere, professional image he designed for law enforcement. Clint Eastwood represented the professional efficiency that Webb practiced every day, earning respect as a fellow visionary who knew how to run a tight ship. And finally, Julie London, through her consistent talent and discipline, proved that professionalism and loyalty could utterly transcend personal history. These five actors were not just stars. They were the dependable, polished gears that kept the vast, complex machine of Mark 7 Productions running perfectly. So, before you click away, if you learned something new, if you were entertained, or if you simply appreciate a story about professional excellence, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell so you can be the first to know when we publish our next video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time for more untold Hollywood history.